Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today Mason just brought some parts over for his truck. He got or for his engine I should say. He got a new oil pan. It's like a brand new oil pan. He got a Cummins oil pan gasket. It's a bunch of pieces. Looks like a puzzle piece. And here's the special seal for the lower radiator hose slash lower alternator mount, which that never comes with the gasket kits. You have to order it special order it, and then that's what that came in. And then he also got his injectors back from I don't remember what the name of the company was, but what's the name of the company? Name of the company, Stealth Diesel. He just got these 200 horse, the 7x11s. If you guys remember, these were in the truck already, but one of them was actually shipped wrong, and the guy was willing to take care of it even after a year. So that's pretty awesome that he was willing to do that. And he went ahead and re-popped the injectors. They're now popped at PPump pressure. So before they were just at VP pressure. And the truck has always ran fine like that. If you guys ever P-pump your truck and people tell you need to do that, it's a myth. It'll run fine either way. I mean, call me a liar, but we've done it multiple times and it's fine. It doesn't hurt anything. So, but now they are correct for the P-pump pressure, and I'm sure it'll make a slight difference, but it is set up right now. So I think we'll probably put the oil pan on and then see what else we can get into. I really need to start working on my engine over here for the shorty build, determining which one I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use this one, which is the first one I got, just because I drove the truck home and I didn't have any issues with it. So driving the truck as opposed to one that I've never driven really makes sense to just go ahead and put the one in that I did drive and go through and put all new gaskets and everything on it. So that's probably the route I'm going to go. So probably end up using this engine. They're actually both the same year engine. They're both out of 95, so there would be no gain using one over the other, minus the mileage. But like I said, I drove that one home, so that's the one I'm using. And yeah, just gonna basically start working on this motor, and then I may start working on this a little bit. I really need to get it on an engine stand and start getting it cleaned up. So hope you guys enjoy the video. And yeah. Okay guys, we're trying to get all of this, basically any crud or anything that would have been left in that pickup tube out. And I just got the parts washer nozzle shooting down in it. We're just trying to make sure good clean fluid's coming out and just cleaning the thing up before we stick it back onto the motor. So just taking extra precautions that nothing's gonna get caught in it. So what's your opinion on the 7-piece gasket? You don't really know about it? I already know after CJ sees this video, he's gonna be like, I can't believe you guys used that thing, because he bought an oil pan just like this, and the gasket was wrong, or it came with a gasket like this, and he's like against using it. So I'm anxious to see how it turns out. I don't know why they make it like
it looked like a one piece.
Yeah, they lie. It's false advertisement. They told you it was one piece, and then you're having to do this, but every time I move it, it falls apart.
It says to use some silicone.
Oh, it says to silicone it. Well, here's what's left. There might be some that's not dried up in there. Probably not.
Yeah, oil pan gasket you'll need.
Just put it on the oil pan already. Stop reading the directions. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Who showed you how to rub silicone on? Boy. There we go. Nice evenly. Get some up in here in this corner. That's nice. this piece down on there. We had to use a razor blade and cut the remaining. So maybe that's why they make these genuine gaskets in multiple pieces, because they are just trying to save you the trouble. Because like a little silicone, it lays right down. Okay guys, so the key to getting these oil pans to not leak is not over tightening them. Whenever you over tighten them, you will basically bend the pan in between these two bolt holes, and that will basically leave a gap where your gasket is, and that's why it will leak. So just make sure you turn your impact on full power. All right guys, we got the oil pan all bolted up nice and snug all the way around, nice and even. So now we're going to put the slower alternator bracket on, and then we have to put the P-pump bracket on that kind of supports this. It's got a couple bolt holes down here, and get this P-pump support bracket on, because if not, these cases will crack if you don't run those. I keep touching that in the motor and I got silicone on my fingers, but that's what we're working on now. Mason's getting that gasket surface cleaned up. I got this thing spray painted up, looking nice and fly. So we'll go ahead and stick that on here in just a second. All right guys, we got our oil feed on our P-pump. We got our bracket on our P-pump. It's all mounted up, ready to go. So we need to put our vacuum pump on. We actually are gonna be probably setting the engine in within the next couple days. So we're just kind of trying to get all the small parts on the truck bolted up that need to go on the truck now. We got a vacuum pump, power steering pump off of that engine. It originally came on the engine when we got it, and we're just kind of getting all the hoses off of it. We want to clean it up. We're not going to paint it or anything like that, but we do want to get it cleaned up and stuck on the engine, just because that's one of the harder items to put on, and you don't want to put that on while it's in the truck. So anyways, we'll get this thing cleaned up real good, and then we will... Do we have a gasket for it?
No.
We don't? Are you sure there's not one on there? We need to stick that on, but I don't know if we have a gasket for it or not. I think I might somewhere, so if that's the case, we will get this vacuum pump stuck on and we will be ready to move forward. We have our engine at top dead center. We have our pump pin timed, and we are now going to put our adjustable power driven diesel gear on. Hold on a second. You can see how many holes are drilled in this thing. It has endless adjustability, and it's just a really nice piece. So basically we can, I mean, it's just endless how much he wants to turn the timing up. You just basically take the bolts loose and you can turn the engine over and the pump will not move, stay stationary. So he's gonna go ahead and stick it on here now, and then we'll put all the bolts in. Once again, got this from Power Driven Diesel. Get that all the way seated nice and good up against there. And then put all the bolts in. And our engine's at top dead, pumps pin time. So this is where we're gonna start with the truck. We really don't want to go crazy with the timing right off the bat. We want to get everything broken in good. This engine, it's been a while since it's ran, and it's P-pump now. And obviously, the more timing, the more compression the engine is going to make. So that is why we are just going to start stock. And then as we go crazy with it, as we take it to the track and stuff, we'll just gradually bump the timing up and get it where it needs to be, because we have adjustable gear now and we have a removable timing cover, so it will take literally no time to do this. We also need to put this is like a coolant bypass. I'm sure some of you guys have seen companies out there that make these, but basically what this will do is it will relieve pressure from the rear of the cylinder head. So we're gonna run this, as well as we're gonna clip the water pump. So I have this on the Cummins. It's a really simple, easy little piece you can make. This hose is like $50. It's a swatch valve on the back. And then this piece here is like $20. So, and you just set it at a certain pressure. Once it reaches a certain coolant pressure, it'll open this valve, shoot coolant through this hose to the front of the motor back into the thermostat housing. So it's a really nice piece here. It's very affordable to make them. And yeah, we just got to get a new thermostat, and we can go ahead and install that piece. You basically remove a heater core hose, and it will go in place of it. That's pretty much it. We got our pump timed, guys. We may stick our injectors back in here in a second, and I think we're going to call it for the night. Mason's just making sure that all of the crossover tubes are mounted or seated good in the injector by just wiggling the injector back and forth and verifying that it moves the end of the crossover tube. Just takes a second to do, and it's just nice, good insurance to verify. We are running, these crossover tubes have been modified. They basically have like a crosshair in the stock ones, and these ones have been drilled out completely. They're not aftermarket ones, but someone has done a very nice job of drilling these out. They're really clean, so we are going to run them and hopefully see a little bit of gain off that as well. So now Mason is going to take his injector hold downs and just go through and put all the hold downs down the injectors, and then that's pretty much all we're going to do on the fuel system for right now, because we're going to leave the lines off until we get the motor sat in the truck. And I mean, really guys, all we need to do to sit this motor in is put the motor mounts on it, because that front cover, we can do that when the motor's sitting in the truck. So did you order that? Is that on the way? Not yet. He has to order either an oversized.
I'm probably just gonna get.
Okay, I guess we're just gonna try and get this one off and just use a smaller repair sleeve. This repair sleeve is massive, and it's practically impossible to get that off there. So, or to get that seal over that. So we're gonna try to get this one off there, and then we can just use this front main seal that we already have. But anyways, guys, we're just going through. At this point, I am gonna go ahead and wrap up the end of the video. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank all you guys for watching the videos, and we really appreciate it. Give the video a like, leave a comment. Even if it's something simple, just telling us where you're from, just leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, and let us know what you think of the channel. You know, that stuff basically, the more comments, the more that the video will be seen. All that stuff matters. Liking the video if you enjoy, really appreciate it. Anyways, see you guys on the next one.